I now request Professor C.K. Prahlad to kindly come on stage. This panel will talk about India at 75. How can Indian industry make this come true? I request Shri B. Muthuraman, CEO, Tata Steel, to come on stage. I request Dr. Ravi Kant, Managing Director, Tata Motors, to come on stage. I request Mr. S. Ramadurai, CEO and Managing Director, TCS, to come on stage. I now request Sir Raghu Mendu, member of PanIIT Organizing Committee and senior partner with Venture East, to come and introduce the gentleman on the dais, after which Professor C.K. Prahlad will take over the panel.
Thank you, Vijay. Of all the presenters, I think I have the easiest job. None of them really need any introduction. So I thought I'll just talk about CK because I have something that I need to let him know that's 30 years pending. When I went from IIT straight to business school in Michigan, which is sort of a stupid thing to do, I was sort of starving for good Indian food in Ann Arbor. And I'd heard that CK's wife, Gayatri, who's here with us today, was an excellent cook. I had to find an angle to get there. Apparently the only way was I had to get to know CK, who was known as a tough but great professor, and said, I'm going to suffer this through and go to the class. Sure enough, in the first class, the reading assignment was more papers than I'd read in all of IIT. In 5 years, I don't think I read 2,000 pages. That was the first class reading assignment. But typical IIT style, I said, look at table of contents, I'll wing it, get through, no problem. Show up in class, I'm trying to kind of hide and duck, listen to what the other guys are saying. 10 minutes into it, CK calls on me. I said, one of those, excuse my French, OS moments, right? What am I going to do now? Tried to wing it. 5 years of IIT cockiness got ripped apart in 5 minutes. And I think, there goes my chance for dinner, food, no chance here. And he looks at me and says, Raghu, I want you to see me after class. Definitely no chance. So I'm staying and said, what do I do? After class he comes and says, it kind of gives me this look, but I think I sense pity, I need to talk to you. Why don't you come home this weekend? All these guys are coming, He says, okay. I think I got in. I'm still not sure. He may change his mind. Go there. He sits me down and says, I expect better of IIT guys. I listened to it. I said, am I going to get dinner or what not? Finally, Gayatri says, dinner is ready. I said, in like flint, I'm done. I'm gone. Great pleasure for me to introduce CK, a visionary, my teacher, a mentor, and if I can be presumptuous, a friend. CK, all yours, we're eagerly looking forward to what all of you have to say.
Thank you so much, Raghu. I'm deeply honored and very pleased to be here. And I think for this session, I'm going to take not more than about 5 to 7 minutes to paint a picture of what India can be. Not what it is, but what it can be. And then I'm going to request my panelists to look at what they're doing, and we have set ourselves a tough task of everyone taking 5 to 7 minutes and therefore having enough time for a good discussion. So let me get started. I was asked to give a keynote speech in New York when India was celebrating 60 years. I decided not to talk about India at 60, but India at 75. What has happened in the last 60 years, good, bad, and the ugly, we know. But leadership is about hope and change, and therefore I thought, let us look into the future. I will just give you the broad parameters of what I believe India can be. For a minute, don't look at what India is, but ask yourself, is this the India we want to collectively create? Given the extraordinarily good advantage we have in terms of demographics, I believe we can create 200 million college graduates. That's only 16% of the population, and 500 million people who are professionally trained, whether it's electricians, carpenters, paramedics, nurses, a wide variety of professions, 2,000 professions, if you will, 500 million of them.